Yeah, I think it's locked. We had to do this last time. So 2 different things. Hi, I got some motions to hand deliver. I got one for Dombrowski and I got one for O'Leary, and I need to make a records request from Dombrowski or O'Leary, somebody, if possible. What is he saying?
I don't know.
What is it? Troop D, no, I don't know what he said. Somebody might come out, hopefully. We shall see. Yeah, this is where I came last time. And I don't know if O'Leary is at a different office. I think this is where he's at, right? Not sure.
No, it doesn't say on there. Want me to go get the stuff from the car so that they can't BS ya?
Sure, yeah. Let me, can you grab my battery too with the cord? Thanks. Gonna make us wait outside here. I don't know why. So what is this, still COVID stuff? Have you traveled in the past? Still, they got this COVID stuff still to try to justify locking this public area.
39 Ironworks Road. That's where
O'Leary is?
all his signatures.
Okay.
All the
Yep. Good.
see?
Yep.
139.
Okay, good. Yep. Oh, look, it's the new. That's that picture they used for the Amen tape meme. Oh. Hi, how you doing? I have this for Dombrowski.
Okay.
And I have this for O'Leary.
Okay.
And then I need to get the case file for this charge here, which is one of those, but
Okay, I can't do that for you.
how do I do that?
You have to talk to one of these guys for it.
Okay, so I'll get a hold of Dombrowski on this one
Yeah.
and ask him to like email it or something.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Do you know how to get in touch with him?
Is he on?
There's no way to get in touch with
So yeah, do we have a way to get in touch with him,
Yeah,
please?
let me give you his phone number.
Thank you so much.
Is he available? Maybe we could talk to him.
Yeah, is he here? He came out last time.
No, he's gone for the day.
Okay, thanks.
There you go.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Sure, you're welcome.
Have a nice day. Thank you.
Hey, you ever seen that? That's interesting. Isn't that interesting? I've never seen that before.
Starting point.
I want a picture of it.
Yeah, I wonder if we can get a copy of that. A safe place, turning points, new beginnings, wise. So these are all the sober houses and stuff that they funnel all the state funding to their friends.
Right.
Who are they? They are who they are. And if you don't know who they are, well, start looking.
You know, teen and adult challenge isn't on there, isn't it? Shocker. It's right in
Voices
Manchester.
Against Violence. Yeah, no.
No, they wouldn't be because they don't take any federal or state money.
Ah,
It's a Christian recovery group.
what is it?
It's a Christian recovery group. It's
What's-
a 7-month program in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Yeah, what's it called again?
Adult and Teen Challenge.
Teen Challenge, yeah.
And they have a 70% success rate. compared to all of these guys that have about a 17%.
Interesting. Good, how you doing? Thank you. So yeah, that's that. All right, we're gonna call the administrative office of the court. See if they're open. They might close at 4. I don't know. 271-6418. The number 603-271-6418. This is the administrative office of the court for all the circuit courts. And they're supposed to handle all the complaints.
You have reached the Circuit Court Administrative Offices in the Superior Court Center. Hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., excluding state holidays. Please listen carefully to the menu, as our options may have recently changed.
Yeah, I'll call back.
It's not even 4 yet, is it?
It's like 3:59.
So what?
You know, all right. I'll try.
Make him answer.
We'll see.
You have reached the Circuit Court Administrative Offices in the Superior Court Center. Hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., excluding state holidays. Please listen carefully to the menu, as our options may have recently changed. If you know your party's extension, please press 9, followed by the 4-digit extension. For Superior Court, please press 2. For the Circuit Court and any mediation questions, please press 1. Thank you.
Yeah, they're not going to answer. They
So
usually
let him keep ringing.
see if it has a message.
You have reached the Circuit Court Administrative Office. This is our general mailbox. Please leave your name, number, and a message, and we will get back with you. Thank you. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, simply hang up or press pound for further options.
Yeah, my name is Frank Staples, and I was instructed to contact the administrative officer of the court in order to file a complaint on a court officer and the process. I'm just curious about the process on that, if I need to set up an appointment or if there's a form to fill out. If someone can email me back, you can email me at absolute defiance at protonmail.com and give me the instructions on that. I would be very grateful. Thank you so much. So there's that. All right, here we go. So the next call, 603 798 9. Boom.
You've reached the voicemail of Trooper First Class Dan Dombrowski, Court Liaison for the New Hampshire State Police Troop D Barracks located in Concord, New Hampshire. For a timely response, please send an email to the following email address: stanley.dombrowski@dos.nh.gov. That's stanley.dombrowski@dos.nh.gov. Again, that's stanley.dombrowski@dos.nh.gov. At
Okay.
STANLEY
Hey Stanley, how's it going? This is Frank Staples here, and I just dropped off a motion for you at Troop D Barracks, but I'm calling because I need access to the original case file and whatever records are on file from, you know, the moment of my arrest on November 19th, the original charging document, which references bootlickers, not fuck around and find out. So I want copies of all that and all those, or I need them to prepare my defense and all that. So if you can email me, the case number is 21081819. That's 21-081819. The other case number is 429-2022 CR 00254. And so you can email me at Absolute Defiance. That's Absolute ABSLO. What is it? SOL. You know, the common spelling, Absolute Defiance, common spelling. You know my YouTube channel at protonmail.com. And if you can shoot those documents to me ASAP, that would be wonderful. I did file for a continuance. I'm hoping you will assent to that continuance. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. Let's hang up. Bang.
The other thing that I would do is send him an email to the exact, saying the exact same thing.
Yeah. And then, so we're gonna call Dombrowski.
But in the email, I wouldn't even reference, or you're gonna call O'Leary. In the email, I wouldn't even reference the 2022 case.
8948. All right, O'Leary, let's go. Leave him a message. He might be able to do that too, but he won't. He won't want to.
Well, I wouldn't even ask him, because you're more apt to have a problem.
Hello. Is this Charles O'Leary?
It is indeed. Who's this?
This is Frank Staples, sir. How's it going?
Oh, good. How are you? What's going on? I saw you came by and dropped off some stuff having to do with one thing was like a motion to dismiss, and the other thing was to the court about let's get some other people there to be witnesses or something.
Yes, and are you the prosecutor on the other charge, the 1119 charge?
I am, yes.
Okay, so I have to talk to you about that too. I need the original documents from the original charge from when I was arrested, which was either null prost or something, I'm not sure, but I need access to the original reports, not the new ones that were used to amend the complaint and all that. I need the stuff from 1119.
Okay, so can we do this, Frank? Because I will see if I can get it. I've got a couple things I got to do before I go up the door today, but I can do this with you tomorrow if that works. But why don't we do this? So I understand what you're saying, which is there were some reports and there was a thing that was generated originally when you were arrested on 1119.
Correct.
And I think I said to the court, I made this representation, but I will say it to you as well, just so you understand. My understanding is when the original complaints got filed, the state police had moved from a way that they would file cases to require what's called the J1, which is they have to get filed electronically with the court as well as in person. And so my understanding is they got filed properly in person, but they did not get filed properly into the J1 system or something. So
Is that why when I showed up for...
You showed up on January, right, and they said we're not seeing it on the docket because the court never docketed it that date because the complaints did not have the electronic complaints had not come in, which would have triggered issuing a docket number, I believe, and therefore having it whatever. So that's what led to the case not going forward that day, and them saying, yeah, if you're here today, we don't have the
that's fine. And what was there something else that I was supposed to?
Well, that was what, I mean, you also dropped off something saying you want Judge Keating to try and get a bunch of the executive counselors or whatever there. I don't have anything to do with that, as you know.
Right.
And I'll leave that up to the court to rule or do whatever they want to do with whether or not those people, need to be there or whatever.
Sure. And then, so something else, I talked to Jens and Stanton, and I have an email from them, and I also was at the clerk today. I looked at the entire court file on both cases, and Jens and Stanton were never representing me, and they never filed an appearance on this 1119 case. Just so you know. You did tell the judge that I was being represented, which was not true. And
I also thought the court said something about we have an appearance in here from them. So,
No.
My understanding was that they were counsel, and that certainly happened well. The 1219 thing happened well before the January arraignment, and it also happened before, because they were with you on that date in court on 1219. Yes, they were.
No, on 1219, maybe for that.
No, not on 1219, excuse me, on 1119.
No.
They were with you in court that day, that morning.
Earlier that morning, but they were there on the New Hampshire 9 arrest with the Amen stuff.
Because you hadn't been arrested yet. The other thing hadn't even happened. But they were counsel that appeared in front of Judge Spath on...
Right, for that other case. For that other case, but...
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, in any event, if you want, get in touch with me tomorrow. I could go in through the electronic system, see what I can find, and get it for you. Then the question is I know you were up here and dropped this stuff off. I don't know whether it makes sense for you to get it here, because obviously we're back on the docket for Friday.
Right, I asked for... I mean...
I would assume you would want this stuff before then if you could get it.
If possible, but I did ask for a continuance based on the fact that, you changed the complaint the day before I was originally scheduled for trial, and I was not even given 10 days by the judge before he approved it. He didn't even give me 10 days to object to it, and then I'm scheduled for trial at the same time and place as something else. So that case, I need to be able to...
I understand, and to tell you the truth, I'm probably not going to object.
Okay, excellent. I appreciate that.
That case getting pushed out a little bit.
Yep.
What I will tell you is...
You broke up.
Just as procedure,
Yep.
a man with a court complaint can be amended and be amended in email. The only issue with respect to an amendment to a complaint is if it changes someone's defense, they can ask for a continuance.
Correct.
The amendment has been filed for some period of time now, so it's been out there. But to the extent you're saying I need more time to deal with it, I'm not going to object to that.
Yeah, I definitely need more time either way, so...
That's fine, and I don't have a disagreement. And I want you to understand that essentially what I said, what the amended complaint says is it's a misdemeanor because being at that location on that date was a breach of the underlying bail order from Judge Spath. And it's a breach because you're within 1,000 feet of where the governor and executive council either is or may be. That's what that complaint says, and that's what essentially the...
Sure, I get that, but you also added in there that I committed the act of criminal trespass, so I have to reread all the original documents with the new documents that I just got recently, because you just sent me stuff recently, and you do know that you did tell the court that you sent all of this stuff to the lawyers who were not representing me on this case, so I never actually got this stuff, so I really need time at the very least.
Again, I'm telling you, I'm not objecting to that as an idea. Okay?
And then,
I'm not objecting to that as an idea, and what I will tell you is I didn't separately charge you with criminal trespass. I did not charge you with criminal trespass.
Right.
I only charged you with the breach of bail.
Right.
But that in essence, the disorderly conduct is a violation level offense.
Right. Okay.
So I said, I'm not going to add an additional Class A misdemeanor for criminal trespass. I'm just going to say what the behavior is, as a matter of law, is a criminal trespass, because you can't go to some place in defiance of an order. And we're saying there was an order, it was a valid order, and it was in effect on November 19th, and it said you can't go within 1,000 feet of either where the governor is, where the executive council is, or where they may be. And obviously the legislative office building is,
They actually, but, sure, sure, we'll get to that at the trial if it gets there. The thing I actually called, I just remembered, the disc that you sent me, it doesn't work. You can hear the audio on some of it, but you don't see the video, and it was modified as well.
So are you talking about the thing from the disc from the court?
You sent a disc about the hearing where the Jens and Stanton were representing me, and then this thing was...
That's the arraignment.
Yep.
Right, so what I'm going to tell you is the court they don't run on the same, unlike, I guess, I'm trying to make I'm trying to think of, none of your case has body cam because it predates when they were wearing body cam, but the court has a video, I guess, video apparatus that they video arraignments, but they don't have it's not linked to the audio, so they are separate.
Okay, so the video doesn't work though. The audio works, but the video doesn't show anything, and we tried a bunch of different players.
What I would say is, because I've seen video, I've seen what the video looks like.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get in touch with me tomorrow, and I've got my paralegal here, I can try and make sure that you get something that you can... Are you sure it's not like an application thing, like you don't have the right app?
No, we tried 4 different things, computers.
Okay, because I've definitely been able to watch it myself, so I can tell you it is possible to view it. So I will make sure, if you call me tomorrow, I will make sure that we put up something that allows you to watch it. But I could tell you that the video and the audio are not synced as part of the same thing, because the court's audio is, I guess, I haven't talked to them about it, my guess is it's separate and distinct from the video, unlike with the body cams when the troopers are out roadside. All of the stuff runs at the same time. They must have 2 separate systems. They have, like, for court security, they have a video, and then they just have audio of their hearings.
Gotcha.
So it's I don't know exactly how you could sort of see where things happen when you, again, I understand you haven't seen the video, but you would, if you had the video and were watching it, I think you'd have an idea of when it was, what was happening that led Trooper Nunes to say, I saw this guy, and this was the guy who said whatever, and I went back and I figured out who he was.
All right.
Okay.
So there's no video from the Legislative Office building incident at all?
Oh, I think that there may be, actually. That's a good question. I didn't have it, but I think that there is video from the hallway in the Legislative Office building.
Okay. All right.
Right? And so I will tell you, I just saw it recently, but I will tell you what that video appears to show. It shows like the end of the meeting with the fiscal committee or whatever, and then people around in the hall, and then you hear a lot of bustling and people are being told to leave and all the rest, and then you can hear you, and apparently I think the video is stuff that you uploaded yourself.
Yes,
right?
so you should, real quick, I would recommend going to the previous videos there, because you will see that I never stepped foot inside any of the room. I was out in the hallway the whole time for like 3 hours. So to try to claim that I was in...
I'm not disagreeing.
Well,
you didn't go into you're not charged with going into the room.
Well, it's reported in the reports that there was noises being made out in the hallway that were disturbing the meeting, and some woman was removed from the meeting. Has nothing to do with me. And in the video, you can hear all kinds of people swearing and threatening to hang politicians, and none of them were anything. So I'm just saying, it's a little crazy.
I
to make the argument about selective prosecution,
yeah.
that's fine.
Sure.
I guess what I'm telling you is the video that I was able to see, which I think is made by you.
Yep. It's at the very end.
You talking and saying some stuff, and then walking towards the stairs, and then turning around.
You should watch the.
Saying some stuff and being arrested.
It's a 20-minute video. The last one, when the troopers come and they block off one end of the hallway and they force us to exit, and nobody asked us to leave. They just literally started marching down the hallway. So you should really go and watch the full context and not try to be selective about it, please.
Okay, and I guess what I'm saying is, no matter what they did or how they did it, the gravamen or the push of the complaint is, you went to a place that you were not allowed to go in violation of a bail order.
Right. Criminal trespass.
So what people were saying in the room, what the man on the moon was doing that day or whatever, to me is not relevant to the issue. The issue is, were you in court in front of Judge Spath? Did she continue bail orders that were put in place by the bail commissioner? And did you go to some place that would appear to be in violation of that order? And did you, at the hearing in front of Judge Spath, say, basically, prepare to, breach bail, or,
Sure.
I'm going to go violate my bail?
Doesn't mean that I did it, though. That's the thing. Just because I said that doesn't mean that I committed the offense.
No, it doesn't. But if you were there, what I'm telling you is if you were there,
Sure.
the state's going to argue that you did do that. That's exactly what you did.
Yeah.
Because you went to a place where the judge, where the governor and/or council either were or might be.
Maybe. We'll see. I mean,
Okay,
so you're trying to lock me. So were the. Yeah, no, so I'm trying to be clear as well. And were the intentions of the bail conditions to lock me out of political process?
I think the intentions of the bail conditions were, while the case was pending, at least at that time, to keep you 1,000 feet from where either the governor or the executive council were or might be.
How far? How far is? I get that part. How far away is the State House from the Legislative Office building?
Do you know what 1,000 feet is?
No, I don't.
It's more than 3 football fields. I could tell you it's less than that. I don't know specifically, but I would tell you where the second floor of where the governor and council meet in chambers for the executive council.
Sure.
I would guess that's no more than 500 feet.
Yeah, the executive council chambers in the State House. And
Correct.
So it was the intent to keep me away from all state property where they may or may not be?
I didn't write the bail order.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get at is, like, am I not allowed...
The lawyers eventually filed a motion, which I didn't object to allow that to be shortened.
To 100.
Staff did that towards the end of December.
Sure.
But on November 19th, that order was in effect.
Correct. But that's what I'm trying to say is, so they may be pretty much in any state facility or thing, unless they're not scheduled to be there. So unless they were scheduled to be there, I would say, how are they? You can't ban me from every single state building just because it's within range of the State House. That seems like locking me out of the political process completely. And I've got tons of video, so you can go back and you can charge me for violating them too. I was in the State House testifying.
I saw that video.
Yeah, so why was I not? How come I'm not being arrested for that?
It's at some point in time they choose what they're going to do or not do. I think that the reason you were charged with this one was because it was on the very day you were in court, and it was clear that you were admonished with respect to the conditions of bail. And you then went to some place that would have been in violation of the bail. That's my thinking about it, because it sounds like what I was able to watch on one of your videos was a posted video where you came down and you spoke, and I think it was a couple of weeks before this, and you were in the building. And
Sure.
You said, I'm probably breaching my bail. That's what you said.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Well, that's what you guys think. That's what you guys think. You can use bail conditions as a means to lock me out of the political process, and it's a what is it, a restraining order. In effect, you're trying to give me a restraining order on all these people without going through the restraining order process and having an actual need to lock me out of all these public places. So you're locking me out of all public places where they may be, because they may be here in Manchester at a restaurant. Am I going to get charged if I go into a restaurant that they happen to be at, but I didn't know about it, right? So if the executive council wasn't there...
I think the definition of maybe is really where the case turns, right?
Too broad, sure.
No, but they're at the restaurant on the north end of Manchester. They're in it, wherever the Puritan. So you walk into the Puritan, you look over, you're like, hey, that's the governor. You know,
what if I don't even recognize him?
You're fine. Well,
Huh?
I don't think anyone will give you a hard time. But where they may be, I think it's reasonable to say the governor may be at the State House where he has an office, and the Executive Council may be at the State House where they meet with the governor. So those are places that it's reasonably foreseeable. This has to do with foreseeability. It's reasonably foreseeable that the governor and or the council would either be there or they may be there. Whether they're going to be at the Puritan restaurant on any day of the week, that would be anyone's guess, right? So
Right.
I think that they're different. That's a different kettle of fish.
Well, I don't even know what the executive council members look like, and I don't even know where that. Like, I'm not that involved in the political process to know.
I think you know what. I know you know a couple of them. I think you know what they all look.
No, I don't remember. Listen, because of my head trauma, I forget everybody's names and faces until I've actually spent one-on-one time with them for a long time. And even then, sometimes I forget people's names. If I don't talk to them on a regular daily basis, like, that's a real disability that I have. So for me to be able to recognize executive council members and to know where they may or may not be is just absurd.
Okay. I might look at, hey, raise those arguments, say that to the judge.
I will.
I'm telling you what I think the theory is behind the prosecution, so that you're on notice and you have the report said.
Well, who brought forth the prosecution?
I need more time to deal with the one. I mean, it would be nice if the court would tell us before this Friday about that. But if you need more time, I'm not gonna jump up and scream and say, no, the second case needs to go to trial. Well, if you want more time, I'm fine with that.
All right, I thank you so much. And so I'll call you. What time's good tomorrow to call you?
I've got to be up at a meeting in Franklin at noon. So if you want to, well, you know what? Let me look at my calendar right now and make sure I'm not misstating what time that meeting is. Cancel, reduce, calendar. Yeah, I'm supposed to be in Franklin at noon, so I will be here first thing in the morning. If you wanted to give me a call at, between 8:30 and 9, I could probably talk to you, and we could figure out what it is you need, and I'd spend time looking for it, and then have to figure out how to get it to you. And the second thing is just remind me when you call tomorrow, I'm not able to watch the video from the district court, and I'll figure out, if we can, how to get that so you can watch it. And the other thing is, I don't need to give you the video from the Legislative Office building because, as I said, I got it from your website, so you have it.
Okay. All right. And then, if I have other videos, because there's one that, do I have to give it to you before trial or something? How's that work?
If it's on your website, if you could just tell me which one it is, I could probably find it. I'm not going to jump up and down and scream about, hey, you didn't give me this beforehand. Quite frankly, I don't really care about that.
All right.
But if you're planning to use one, if you could tell me which one it is, so I have a chance to look at it beforehand, that would be helpful.
Yeah, it's not up there yet. I am working on getting it. Hopefully today. I had it somewhere, and I don't know where it went, but it is. It's a different perspective. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. As I said, I'm not going to come in and say I want to keep it out because I didn't get it till now. I don't care.
All right.
play it as long as it is a fair, the standard is it a fair and accurate representation of what happened. I don't want you playing something that has been, cropped or changed in a way that doesn't present really the full record. But as long as like, hey, I didn't do anything to it. This is the 5 minutes of footage from whatever day.
Mm-hmm.
Play it. I don't have any problem.
All right.
And as I said to you last time when we were in court, I know you don't like Trooper Prevents or whatever, but I was like, yeah, if you want to play some of the videos that are here, and he can help you get it to play. I'm not great with the IP stuff and moving stuff around, so I'd probably break their machinery. But if we have someone there and you need help getting it played, I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go maybe a little bit early, and just so I can maybe see how the setup works.
Yeah, I have what's called an HDMI cord.
Okay.
If you want me to bring the HDMI cord with my stuff, so just plug it to the side of your computer. No problem with that. I got to tell you, I have got a busy morning on Friday with arraignments and case status hearings and all that between 8 and 10. So I may not be able to do much to help you during that time, other than like if you want the cable, I could give it to you.
Gotcha. All right, no problem.
And you may not, and you know what? You may not be able to play it in that courtroom because there'll be stuff going on. But there's a TV set the next court over. And if you wanted to just do a dry run to make sure it works, and to see how it all works, just ask them if you could go into the courtroom the one over, and hopefully they would be able to look at that and help you do it.
All right. Were you aware that Trooper Provenza has a thing that's on appeal to the Superior Court or whatever to keep himself from being on the Lori list, and that it's alleged that he erased body cam footage? One of his own partners testified to that.
I'm not aware of that at all.
You should be.
I think he gave an answer when you testified about whether he was on the Lori list or has ever been on it.
He was evasive. He was never. So a Lori list came out with about 300 officers, and then part of the new law said that they could appeal it, so they redacted the whole list, and they gave all the officers a chance to appeal them from staying on the list, because they're really technically already on it. And so he was a little bit dishonest about all that, and so he has a thing that's on appeal. Whether or not he's gonna, the adjudication of that has not been decided yet, so he is potentially has some credibility issues 100%.
And you said what it was, and you raised it to the court. And
I'm raising it to you because you have a duty to not deal with dirty cops who have problems with IT. I mean, he should also have been excluded from the courtroom during the first trial if everybody else was excluded and he was the witness.
He wasn't. We weren't calling him as a witness.
I know you weren't calling him as a witness, but he was the one who wrote the tickets, and he was a potential witness, and you knew that. And you knew he could be called.
I sent you the list of witnesses we were going to call.
I know, and he was not on there.
In advance. And you called me back and said, hey, you know what? I want this guy out of there because he's a potential witness.
And that's why he was there that day?
I would have had someone else playing the videos, Frank.
So he was there that day because I asked for him to be there?
He was there that day because he was running the videos. We knew
right.
we were going to run the videos.
Well, I'm wondering, because I was asking where he was that day, and you guys were like acting like he wasn't even in the room. And then the second day, you tell me, oh, he was there the whole day, the whole time. You should have known that. So, I'm supposed to recognize everybody that I don't know you. I'd probably see you out at the bar or out in the street, and I wouldn't even recognize you.
Okay, fine. Well, I will tell you that he was certainly there the entire time. That first day when we were running video and all the rest, he was there.
So can we get somebody else for Friday? Because he's supposed to be sequestered.
Frank, for you to say to me, even though he was in the court and was running video, and I was talking to him and saying, hey, Trooper Professor, can you pull up this? Can you run this at this time?
I didn't hear any of that.
For you to say, I didn't realize that he was there the second day.
You were talking to him quietly.
Know who he was.
Come on.
I can't speak to...
Well, then why you knew that I didn't recognize him or know he was in the room because I was asking where he was.
How would I know you didn't recognize him?
Why would I be asking? Because, sir, please, if I recognize him, I would not have been asking where he was.
Okay, like I don't
So I mean, it's just, it is what it is. It's just very, very difficult, and he needs to be sequestered. He falls under the judge's sequester order at this point. We need somebody else for Friday on the IT.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk about that again tomorrow. It's, you know, I mean, he has testified already. You've asked him questions, whatever. But, you know,
And I'm going to recall him too, and we're going to talk about his credibility issues.
And part of why I was saying to have him there was if you were having difficulty running video, he knows how to do that better than I do. But
Yeah, and I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. The guy tried to do cavity searches on women.
Have someone with you who can help you run the video.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, it is what it is. But
That's fine.
I'm saying he
testified. I want him outside.
Yep.
The rest of the time, I'm fine with that. I don't care.
Yeah, it should be a mistrial at this point.
Okay.
But it is what it is. All right, I'll call you tomorrow.
I'll talk to you tomorrow morning between, you know, give me a call sometime around 8:30 to 9, and I'll see if we can get you whatever it is you're missing. At that time, if there's stuff that you want to play, that you know you're going to want to play during the hearing, just let me know what it is, and hopefully I can find it. Okay?
All right, excellent. No problem. Thank you, sir.
All right, we'll talk tomorrow. Be well. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you as well. Bye-bye.
I will send you all the Provenza stuff so that you can file it with the judge.
All right, yeah, I'll file a motion to
Because
disqualify
this guy,
him.
Disqualify
something.
him and